Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dal, and the next World of Warcraft expansion of Dragonflight is full of major features. From the complete revamps of the class talent trees, to a new system of exploration with dragon riding that features its own upgrade tree, and almost endless customization options. A brave new draconic class of the Evoker, as well as new endgame content for dungeons, raids, and PvP. But this expansion is also full of minor quality of life improvements that will likely go unnoticed by a majority of players in Dragonflight. So in today's video, I wanted to highlight some of those lesser known updates and gameplay improvements currently available for testing so far on the Dragonflight beta. But right before that, most of you guys watching these videos are still not subscribed. However, the more of you are reminded, the more of you do. So let's keep it going. Subscribe to the channel as well as to the bell if you're watching these videos anyway, especially if you want to get regular updates about the next World of Warcraft expansion of Dragonflight. In Dragonflight, you'll have the option to combine all of your bag slots into a single window. Normally, this function is achieved with third-party add-ons. However, this specific feature is very popular with the player community and is being integrated baseline as part of the Dragonflight UI overhaul. By combining all of your bags into a singular slot on the right-hand side, it saves quite a bit on screen space, and the stacked layout may make finding items in your inventory easier. Another inventory upgrade comes from the Dragonflight crafting bag, which is an item you gain pretty early into the Dragonflight questing. The crafting bag is an extra bag slot that stores only professional materials and crafting related items. Crafting and professions gain a lot more importance in Dragonflight with the professions revamp. Players will be able to take advantage of the work order system, where players focused on professions will be able to use your high-grade materials to craft you better armor or higher-grade consumables like potions or flasks. And by separating high-grade materials into a separate bag, it makes it that much harder for you to accidentally delete them or remove them from your inventory. The basic UI and the interface menu has changed pretty drastically in the expansion of Dragonflight, and for most players it's going to take some time to adapt and adjust to the new layout. However, if you find yourself struggling through the interface menu, you'll be happy to know that a new search bar has been added to the top right of the interface screen. The search bar will let you type in keywords in order to hopefully bring some of those UI elements to the forefront, which is much more convenient than having to dig through all of the different interface options. Dragonflight has also added a new action combat targeting feature. To enable action targeting, you will need a command prompt, but in a future update, they will add a checkbox to the interface menu. This new action targeting mode allows you to automatically highlight the enemies in front of you and gives you the ability to change targets by physically looking at them. For now, this mode is experimental and needs more testing, but the early version is surprisingly accurate and responsive. This new targeting mode provides even more accessibility and likely has excellent synergy when it comes to controller support and World of Warcraft. To complement the action combat targeting system, you can use the similar targeting system to interact with vendors, quest givers, and quest items. By default, the interact button for vendors and items will be F on your keyboard, but can be adjusted to any keybind of your choosing. Besides the unique experience of looking at a quest giver and interacting with them directly, or turning to a quest item and interacting with it without using your mouse. You could also use the system to pick up quests from quest givers that are surrounded by multiple players, or interact with objects that you may have a difficulty targeting. In a way, this feature adds new ways to immerse yourself in the world, but also creates some functional conveniences when it comes to using items or talking to vendors. A new combat mode was added into Dragonflight beta, called Press and Hold Casting. It's very common for most WoW players to spam their combat abilities on their keyboard to make sure your spells go off as soon as they are available. But with press and hold, for example, you can just hold down the keybind of your fireball, and your character will automatically start casting fireballs as soon as they're available. Press and hold could be valuable for certain classes and playstyles who have very simple filler ability rotations, and could be useful for players trying to get into some of the faster paced playstyles with very spammy gameplay. Dragon riding is the new form of flying, travel, and exploration in the expansion of Dragonflight. Though unlike normal flying, dragon riding is much more advanced. Dragon riding is much faster, letting you cover long distances and reach the highest peaks in the fraction of the time that it takes to travel with normal flying. But dragon riding will require some practice, especially with how realistically it tries to simulate speed and momentum. But if a friend of yours is struggling to get the hang of dragon riding, you could always enable the ride-along function. By interacting with the dragon riding trainers, you can transform your Drake into a passenger mount that supports a friendly ally joining you on a flight. When a friend joins you, they become a little dragon whelpling, floating everywhere you go, which means that your friends will never be left behind when exploring the Dragon Isles. In Dragonflight, tagging mobs in the open world is no longer faction specific. Normally, if two players are going after quest mobs and both players are of the opposite faction, whoever tags the mobs first gets the kill credit and the reward. But in Dragonflight, these restrictions have been peeled back a bit, and currently both factions can attack the same enemy, getting the kill credit as well as separately looting it. This allows all players, no matter the faction, to work together when out in the open world, and friends exploring the Dragon Isles as the opposite factions can keep playing together as long as both of you get the tag on the same mob. In Dragonflight, our classes are going through a ton of changes. One of the biggest updates comes in the form of new talent trees, which support a variety of different gameplay options, playstyles, and builds. And it's very easy to get overwhelmed with so many different choices available all of a sudden. And to help parse through the talent trees, a new search bar feature has been implemented in order to help players find the right talents fit for their builds. You can use different keywords to help you figure out your build, like typing in a spell name to see which talents augment its performance. Or you could type gameplay mechanics into the search bar instead. Things like mana regeneration, cooldown reduction, or keywords like stun to enhance your crowd control capabilities. If you find the talent build that you enjoy and you want to share it with the world, you can utilize the share and import feature. You can import other players' setup onto your character seamlessly to give it a go in dungeons or raids, and share your own unique gameplay options with the other members of the community. This share and import feature will allow new players picking up new classes to start out with recommended builds, and will hopefully promote more build creativity going forward. And that's going to be the full list of some of the smaller quality of life updates currently available for testing over on the Dragonflight beta. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Which of these smaller Dragonflight updates are you excited for the most? And what other quality of life features do you hope that we'll see heading into the future builds of the Dragonflight beta? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. As per always, if you guys enjoyed this video or found it informative, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I would very much appreciate it. And as always, in the description of every single video and a live stream, we have a link to our Discord community channel. Probably the best place to reach out to me directly in case you want to let me know what you thought about this video update or discuss these recent class changes with the rest of the channel community. Join our Discord to become part of the community. But otherwise, thank you all so much for watching. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and as always, I'll see all of you guys in another video.